Hello and welcome to week 10 of trading the Stoch-Cross Scalper on a live account. I'm a few days late on posting this and I apologize, but wasn't a whole lot of activity the past week, and let's pull it up and I'll show it to you. So today's the 17th, excuse me, Saturday. But the weekend's for me on Thursday because I don't trade Fridays. And so the last we spoke was here. No, take that back. It was here. Wait a minute. I thought I had it marked and I didn't. So it would be here. Yeah, on the 8th. So since then, we've had 2 profits and 2 losses. So we only did 4 trades that whole week. It's been a very sideways moving market, not a lot of trades, and a couple of false signals here. This one here, I did this manually. Wasn't a lot of trades going on, and I just got itchy for trading, which is always bad. Don't do that. You use your expert advisor and just stick to it. But I stopped it at a $5 loss. So again, wasn't a great week. Actually, it hasn't been a great 2 weeks. But not too concerned about that. You're gonna have that. The market is going to go away from you and it's going to come back. For example, when we had the 35 straight profitable trades, the market was in our favor. And, right now with things going on, it isn't. And, you can't look at it. I mean, even though I do the updates weekly, you can't look at it on a weekly basis. Even monthly is somewhat limited, and that's the whole reason I'm doing this. I'm posting these updates for you live, so you can see how Stoch-Cross Scalper does, and then you can decide if you'd like to buy it or not. Right now we're in a sideways market, and that's just not the essence of scalping. Scalping likes the nice flowing up and down in that sine wave type pattern that I've talked about so many times. But okay, so year to date since I've been live with this, it has made a total of 152 trades. 137 of them have been profitable for a 90% profit rate, which is still great. It had gotten up to about 94, and now with a few of these losses, it's slipped down to 90, but 90 is still phenomenal. And 15 losses out of 152 trades. So it's still, doing pretty good. I'm expecting the market to hopefully come back in next week or the week after. Next week we have the federal announcement on interest rates, so on Wednesday that ought to be interesting. But as we scroll through this, and if you look here, you can just see, just like I showed you the week before, there really aren't a whole lot of trade events going on here. There are some, and they actually end up, like if we look at this, there might have been a sell signal triggered here, and if we had sold here, well, we would have lost because it continued its upward trend. So, in a word, it's just been kind of ugly for scalping. And I just hope that turns around. And actually, I know it'll turn around. It's just a matter of time. Everything tends to go in cycles, just like this pricing here goes in these cycles like this. So does the market and how it works for your trading philosophy. Right now, it's in a funky way, and it's not working with us. But that's okay. I'll continue to document this. I'm sure that we're gonna get back and knock off 20, 30 profits in a row when the market comes around. But again, and trading is something that you do for the long run. Even though I've been documenting this now for, let's see, since live since January, and hard documenting it in Excel since August. It's doing pretty well, but even that isn't enough time to truly see the performance of how the expert advisor is going to work. So the whole intent of these videos is to let you see for yourself. I don't hide anything. When the weeks are good, I let you know about it, and when they're bad, I also let you know about it. So there you have it for this week. One thing I'll touch on real quick is that last week I said that, and this is still the Fibonacci retrace that I drew from last week. If you remember, I brought it down to the 1.27, or very close to 1.227. And I said last week that it would get up to 1.2358 or possibly up to 1.238. So let's see what it did. It got up to the high was 1.241, so very close. It went a little bit over what I thought, and then it came back down. I think I'll make separate videos on these analysis, but for this week I'm going to do another one. For next week, what I think the market's going to do. So I'm going to get rid of these objects and get rid of the Fibonacci and do a new one. There it is, and we'll delete it and close that. All right. So we're looking at it in the day, and what I'm going to do is we'll take that. I'm going to go from here, which seems to be the low for some time, and I'm going to place it here at the bottom and take it up to where it peaked at about right there. So if we look at that, it looks like it's already come down to the 61 retrace. So I really don't think it's going to go much lower next week. Now, again, you got the federal announcing interest rate decisions on Wednesday. That might change things, but let's just talk purely technical. And I think that here it's kind of bottomed out. So what we'll do is we'll use this line. We'll go from here down and take a look at its retrace. So we go to the charts, we'll delete that, and we'll do a new one and say that this was the high, and if we say this is the low here, and let's just go just a little bit lower because I'm sure it's going to sneak a little bit below there. Let's put it about right. It went up a little higher than I wanted, but that's fine. So if we look at that, and we look, it looks like it should go back up to, let's get our marker, that I would say that next week Euro US dollar will be trading in the 1.2375 range. And so let's see what happens. Again, these are kind of crystal ball, and I think that no matter how many indicators you use and how you analyze it, in the end, it's all crystal ball. But anyways, I think next week that Euro US dollar might go down a little bit lower here than the 1.22, but I really think it's going to rebound up and hit somewhere in the 1, 2, 3, 6 or 7 area, or somewhere right in here. So let's see what happens. That's it for this week. Have a great rest of your weekend. We'll talk again next Thursday. I'll try to do it on Thursday next week. I feel 100% better than last week. If you watched the video, I was down with the flu. I'm over that. So I'm back, and happy trading. Thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe.